Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to share with you barter items that I use early in the mid-wipe from traders of level 1 and level 2. Okay, so let's start from the proper. At the proper level 1, you can barter 6B23 armor for 1 propane tank. If you haven't unlocked the flea market yet, this will be ideal trade because propanes are around 40k on the flea market because of the barter forward rebel ice pick. Sometimes they jump over to 55, but you can snipe them at 40. In this armor is 50k from Ragmin. So this is a pretty good barter item on the level 1 before unlocking flea market that you can use for your raids. The next item is fuel canister. This one is bartered for 2 propane tanks and 1 fuel conditioner. On average, it's 40 plus 40 plus 35. It's around 135, 140 K when the full metal tank canister is 165. Next barter item is AKM. Proper has a quest that requires you to get kills on shoreline, scav kills with the AKM, and AKM on the fleet is around 40, 43k. So you can get this AKM for just 3 small Tushonkas. It's usually 7.5, so you will get this AKM for pretty cheap, 21 to 22k, and this is the gun that you already can use in your raids. Also, you can sell it back to mechanic and maybe even make some money, around 22k. So you can easily level up reputation of both prop war and mechanic together. Another barter item that can help you level up your proper reputation is the barter item for Sphera S helmet. This one. This helmet requires you a bottle of vodka and 2 herrings. Bottle of vodka is on average 15k, 15 to 17, and herrings are 14 to 16. Sometimes herrings drop to up to 7 to 9k, and this is when this barter is valuable. Let me buy them. This is slightly overpriced, but I'll show you why I'm doing this. So okay, let's try one more. So even though it's slightly above what I usually would buy those items for, this Sphera S helmet can be sold to Ragmin for 46k, as you can see. So 15 plus 14 plus 14, it's around the same price. But if you snipe the herring for less than 12k, you can even make money. Again, this will help you level up both Prop War and Ragman together. Let's move to Therapist now. Therapist doesn't have too many useful barters, but here are a couple that I usually do at the beginning of the wipe. If you need a water and you need to fill up your hydration, the good barter item is 1 hydrogen peroxide for a bottle of water. Hydrogen peroxide is around 7 to 8k on the flea, and if you buy this bottle from Therapist, it's 12k. So this is pretty useful to save some money. Early wipe syringes can be pretty cheap. So if you have a couple of syringes that you don't need, you can barter them for Isco ration pack and top up your hydration and food by using those barter items. On level 2, there's only one barter item that I would probably use. Of course, you can get Dogtag Case and key tools, but those are probably used only a couple times per whole wipe. But this one, CMS kit for 2 repellents, it's a pretty good barter. Full CMS is like 15 to 17k on the flea market, and 1 repellent is around 6.5 to 7k. So if you have a couple of them extra stashed in your inventory, you don't need repellents for any of the quests. So feel free just to get a CMS kit from Therapist. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. Therapist doesn't have too many useful barters early wipe. Neither Fence nor Skier don't have any good barter items on level 1 and 2, so I would probably skip those barters. This is not very useful in level 2 for Skier as well. For the Peacekeeper, the barter items are um, the barters for bars knives. The first one is P2T6 for 4 black bar knives, and the second one is MP5 for 8 brown bar knives. It's easy to get these knives out of the raid as in your melee slot because you will not lose them. So anytime you kill scav, just make sure that you alt click on the knife and put it into your melee slot. This is guaranteed that you will bring it out of the raid. This is very helpful because using these barters, you can level up reputation with Peacekeeper and increase the amount of money that you spend with them. Early wipe is very important. I usually just buy a lot of dollars and keep them because later I just use them. But if you don't have spare money, this is how you can basically level up his reputation. So let's try to buy 4 black knives. One, two, 3, 4. You should not buy the brown bar knives if they are above 3.3k because this way you will lose money. So either bring them from the raid or just search for them when they are lower than 3.3. This way you can make money versus instead of losing money. For the sake of the experiment, I'll buy them for 4.4. I need one more. So let's barter the P2T6 and let's barter the MP5. So you can sell those items back to Peacekeeper to even further increase his reputation, but this will cost you just a little bit of money because Peacekeeper will buy them for a lesser amount of money than Mechanic. What I was doing, I was selling this back to Mechanic. As you can see, P2T6 is 8.5k. So if you bought the bar knives for around 2k, you're almost not losing any money. And MP5 is 23k. So if you bought the bar knives brown version for around 3k, so again, you're almost not losing any money. This is how you can level up your reputation with Mechanic and Peacekeeper. Let's move on to Mr. Mechanic. So at Mechanic level 1, you have a couple of the partner items that you might use. First of all, ammo case for 2 thermites and green gunpowders. If you haven't unlocked the flea market yet, those are probably the items that you might find relatively quick, and this will save you space in your stash, especially if you're playing on a basic account, standard account. The tool set. Tool set is needed for a couple of the quests as well as for the hideout. So if you are on the quest when you need to repair the control panels back in factory and you don't have tool set yet, this is how you can get one. But the barter item that I would recommend to use is this one, MP133, which is bartered for 1 screwdriver and 2 elite pliers. Screwdrivers are currently around 4 or 5k, and the elite pliers are around 12k. So let's get one of those shotguns. So it's 24, it's less than 30k. So with this barter item, not only you get certain, you can get 2 of those barter items every restock, and you have plenty of the attachments that you can use later. There is a choke that's needed for gunsmith quest. There is a grip that you can put on any other gun, flashlight, and holocide. And this shotgun is pretty much pretty decent and good to go. If you don't need those attachments, you can even make money by selling this back to mechanic. I think even Jagger will buy it. Let's see. Yes, so we bought it for 30k and selling it for 45, which is 15k profit. So every restock you can get 30k by buying those shotguns and selling them back to Jagger. This will increase your trading reputation with Mechanic in Jagger. I know that Jagger is one of those traders that is pretty hard to increase reputation with. A pretty good barter item from mechanic level 2 is silencer co Osprey 9x19 silencer that is bartered for uh, electric drill. This drill can be bought for 15k. Sometimes it drops even lower to 12. And I even had the chance to buy it for 10k. So you barter two of them per restock of mechanic, and either you can use those silencers. They are relatively good. They have pretty good recoil control and also not a very big penalty for ergonomics. Or you can sell those silencers back to mechanic. As you saw, I bought them for 15k. So selling both of them back not only increases their reputation with mechanic, but also it's around 20k rubles that uh, I just made by basically just bartering those two items. Another good barter item from mechanic level 2 is this barter for Glock 17 that has delta point and the mount for it. This barter is only for 5 light bulbs. Early wipe, the light bulbs can be very expensive, but right now they are fluctuating at around 5.5 K, sometimes even cheaper. So if you buy 5 light bulbs for 5K, you pretty much get this uh, holocide for free. You can sell the rest back to mechanic and use the delta point um, holocide on any of the other guns. Um, Another weapon barter item that I would probably recommend to look at is this one. GP coin plus screwdriver for pretty geared SKS. GP coins are right now around 30k, but sometimes you can find them for 25. And the screwdriver is just basically 5k. So you can get this SKS for 30k. It's already modded out. All you need to do is probably just add the uh, muzzle adapter and the sight, and you're good to go. Pretty good gun for early wipe. And if you have those items just sitting in your stash, you can always convert them into the gun. So let's combine those two barter items together. Let's sell back the Glock for 22k. As you can see, this barter item not only gave us free holocide, but we're also selling the remaining parts back to mechanic for almost the price of the barter items. So overall, this SKS will cost you around 40 to 45k depending on the flea market price. It's a pretty good gun. It's already kitted out, and yes, this is a very useful gun in the beginning of the wipe. The barter items of the ragman are usually the armors, and here are top three that I would recommend to use early wipe. At level 1, there is a barter item, the Ratnik helmet for 2 bleaches. Again, if you don't have flea market yet, uh, this item is pretty common. You can find it in many tech loot spawns, and it's usually around 9k, even less sometimes. So for 20k, you can get a Ratnik helmet, level 3 helmet, which saves in a lot of situations, especially early wipe. PST GZH and all those low penetration calibers will probably not pen this helmet. The second and third items are basically the Untar set. There are certain quests that require you to wear those Untar helmet and Untar armor to complete the quests. The first one is the helmet. Helmet is bartered for two anti-fragmentation glasses, which are around 7.5k. So you can get pretty much the same quality of helmet as the Ratnik for 15k. Yes, it's a blue one, and yes, this set is called Blueberry. You will be more noticeable, but this is still relatively good helmet. And if you don't have any, I would probably recommend at least getting this one. On the level 2, there is a barter item. There is a barter for Untar Armor. Sorry, it's actually on the level 1, which is 3 max energy drinks. Currently, max energy drinks are around 13k, but sometimes on average they fluctuate around 10k. So this armor can be bought for 30k. Barter item for 3 max energy drinks. And the last trader is Jaeger. On the level 1, there was a new barter item added recently. It's the Dogtag case for 3 flash drives. Previously, flash drives were cheaper. They were around 40k. Right now, they are 60k on the flea, which makes this Dogtag case 180. It's still cheaper than on the flea market. Dogtag case on the flea market is 220. Let's take a look. 240. So this barter trade is pretty useful if you need a Dogtag case and you still don't have one. In the barter trade that I use, starting as long as I unlock it on the course of the whole wipe, is basically a CMS for 3 Neepers. Neepers are very cheap. They are 4k, sometimes like 4 to 5k. So under 15k, you get a full CMS, 5 charges. I will probably not get into the what to use CMS versus Surf 12. There is a very detailed video by Veritas that explains the difference in benefits of using CMS. All I will say, I would probably share that I prefer CMS over Surf even at late wipe stages. Not only it heals faster, costs less, can be dragged out of your secure container in favor of hiding something more valuable, and can easily be replaced by next raid. So I always use CMS mostly. All right, these are all the barter trades that I use for traders level 1 and level 2. If you know any barterized items that I missed and they are very valuable, please share them down in the comment section. Links will be down in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.